Hello, my name is Aaron Ingram, and today I'm looking forward to showing you my Flask Python app called Stress Relief. Um, when we all get stressed out at times, and I think having a tool to do so is helpful. So I hope you enjoy it. So we'll walk through the install and um, some of the commands, and let's get right into it. So first thing, I've got a PowerShell um, app up here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a demo directory, and I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to establish a virtual environment with the vim command. And so now I've got a demo folder, and here this would be the contents of the zip that you should have, so you can paste zip contents into the folder for the make directory, and we should be good to go now. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my environment, and see, like, we've got the little line there that indicates we're good to go. We can go ahead and install the requirements. Now, once this is done, you could create an environment variable and do a Flask run command. I tend to like the just using the Python and calling the app itself. So done that, and now there we go. It looks like we've got my server up and running. So I'm just gonna make this a little smaller up here, and we can go through the app. So on the right hand side here, you can see my app. At the top, I've got some JSON imports, and then I'm calling the app. I'm doing some configs, letting it print nice. Then I've got two exception handlers, one for HTTP errors, and then one for like internal errors that should occur. Next, I have some helper methods to append to a list, do a reindex, and then I have some methods here that'll get my data loaded up. And first two here, we're getting actually text files that were in the package you loaded, and this one gets news data and picks a certain number of stories and certain keys that I think make the experience more readable. So we load those up, and we can just jump right into the route. So the first route I want to kind of go through is one that we call animal. And this goes out and based on different APIs, will get us pictures of, in this case, an axolotl. And so it'll return the source in a JSON format, but we can also use this by putting in a different parameter. And in this case, we're grabbing a cat. And we could also do a duck, because who knew that ducks were very cute. I guess that one's not the cutest, but sometimes they can be. And so what we're seeing here is, what I like about this one is we can use one variable to take in multiple types of animals. Now, let's say we wanted to grab a moose. We would get a message there. This is an invalid animal source, and please enter one of those that we have. All right. So that is our feel good animals, and we don't have to open the pictures, but we have the JSON paths to them. So the next one we're going to go to is news. So we can never really get away from reading the news every day, but sometimes it's pretty stressful. So I could tell you, looking, oh, that's kind of cool, tallest living woman. Okay, somebody on plagiarism, we don't like that, ID 5, and also like, and vandalization. Okay, well, let's get rid of those, because I don't like vandalization of either. So here I can do a delete request, and I'm going to say delete the fifth ID. And so when I run that, you'll see that now we have that is no longer there, and we've re-indexed. So now that story is 5. So if I put in 8 or 9, it would tell me you only have 5, but we're gonna delete 5. So now you can see those stories are gone, and we've got the 4 stories that don't stress us out, and we are just really happy that we can have a friendly news environment. One thing that always helps me is to see some inspirational quotes. So I can either grab some quotes all on a list, and in this case, they're not sorted by the ID; they're actually sorted by the rating. But I kind of like this quote here. That's number 3. So I'm gonna say, okay, well, I just want to see that quote. So sleep is a luxury that I can't afford. Hopefully, I will soon when we complete this project. One thing we could do is we could also change. So here I'm going to do a put, and I'm going to say I I want to change the rating of 3, and I want to change the rating. Right now it's a 3. Let's make it an 11. And so you can see that my rating is now 11. And so if I were to return my quotes again, now that quote is right up at the top, and it's above the others. Same idea where if we picked you know 27, it would kind of let us know like how many actual quotes we have. All right. So next we're going to look at a path called uh, journal, and because we all know that it's very cathartic to write in our journal, and so I've drafted a little post command here, which you can see I'm saying making my demo today. It must be a great day. And so I have my properly configured JSON, and you can see that my last entry was yesterday. And so here I go. And when I put that in, now you can see my demo took, and um, and um, and it date posted it. And this command only actually requires the author and the entry, and we're kind of determining the post date on the back end now. We can also, I can show you if, let's say, I did a JSON that was improperly formatted, we can return an error that kind of tries to help you, understand you'd need to supply valid JSON. So great. So the last thing we're going to do, I'm actually going to stop my server real quick, and I'm actually going to start it back up. Okay. And I just want to check did my data files write down and stay there. Oh, it looks like my last post there stayed, so that was great. And let's check my quotes and see. Oh yeah, my number 11 rating stayed in there, so that's great. So it looks like even when I open and close the app, I'm able to persist my data. And for the news data, we meant to keep that directly in memory because it changes each day. But yeah, that's the app. Thank you so much for taking the time to walk through the commands with me, and I hope you found this useful. And yeah, happy coding.